Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our Tielemans career mode here. This is going to be our one of our final games in the preseason cup. So not too focused on it at this point. I believe we had already made it out of the group stages. So we are moving into the semifinal of this little cup. Things were kind of, I wouldn't say rough in this game, but like kind of just like it was an awkward game to play in. I don't necessarily want to say that Mainz is a better team. I believe that's how you pronounce their team name. I wouldn't say they're necessarily the better team, but there's a couple weaknesses in our squad, and they were definitely showing in this game. And I was definitely trying to do too much, as you guys see. In the 37th minute, my stamina is already more than halfway down. I'm still trying to adjust to playing as one player, so obviously you have to kind of watch your sprinting a little bit more, because if you're sprinting everywhere, obviously your fitness is going to go down really quickly. But as you guys see right there, we do have 61% possession at this point. And I was feeling really good with the team. We were passing around a lot. I was getting a lot of touches in this game. Things were going well, but we just weren't able to grab a goal. So going into the second half, we are actually going to be at a 0-0 draw. We have one more chance kind of right here before the end of the half, but none of my front three really felt like they were playing at their full potential. Didn't really feel like they were playing at full strength like they were in that first episode, where it felt like everything was just coming off perfectly and all the players are playing well, and things were just looking good with the team, and I was really excited. But coming into this episode, in this first game against this team, we just were not playing well, and it has me a little worried as to how things are going to go in this series. Obviously, I mean, we're playing in a relatively easy league. This shouldn't be really anything too difficult. Here in the 79th minute, right before I was about to come off, I wanted one more shot. I knew there was really not enough space for me to work my way into the box, so I just kind of took a long shot out from outside of the box. I actually ended up almost curling into that top right corner. So a little disappointed not to get the goal. We actually end up losing this game after I come out. So we end up losing in the semifinal. For whatever reason, when I got an email from the board, it said that we lost in the group stages, but very clearly we lost in the semifinal. But it is what it is. It allowed me to get a little bit of rest and to go ahead and do a couple weeks of training. So we actually managed to move up to 77 rating in this training session. All of our stats are coming up pretty quickly. Our short passing and long passing are going pretty well. I definitely want to get my crossing up a little bit more. Still want to focus on finishing, so that whenever I am in those outside of the box situations, I can still bang shots when I need them to. We just really want to focus on being an all-around player, so that can definitely get us above that 90 rating, because as of right now, I can make myself a 90 rated midfielder. It's not that hard to do. You just focus on your passing, you focus on your hold up play and a little bit of dribbling, and your stats will go up really quick as a midfielder. But I want to make sure my player can dribble, pass, do each and everything that I think Tielemans is capable of to get him above that 90 rating and to make him the most complete player in this game. So here in the 13th minute, in the first game of the Pro League, we actually managed to get a free kick here. I was taken down on the outside of the box, and Tieleman steps up for an opportunity to score, and I really wasn't too sure how his free kicks were. I didn't know how much power he had. I really should have checked to see the stats. If you ever have a new player that you're looking at, and you're really not sure about their free kick stats, just definitely make sure you look at least their power of their free kicks, because it kind of tells you how much power you need to put behind the ball. But we ended up getting a corner out of the free kick, and it actually ends up out off of the corner. It rebounds back to me, and then I'm able to cross it into the box, and we take a 1-0 lead in the 16th minute. So everything ended up working out well, even though we weren't able to score directly from that free kick. It definitely created enough scoring opportunities for us to move forward. And looking a little bit more into this game, as we're coming to the close of the first half, I just wanted to say, I know this episode is coming up a little bit late today. I ended up changing my setup in my room to just kind of give myself a little bit more room to work with. So had to move some stuff around, wasn't able to record last night, so I'm getting this video out to you guys the same day that I'm recording it. So hopefully I can still get this out at a pretty decent time, and all the other videos will start going back up on the regular scheduled 6 a.m. Eastern time. as they have been. So definitely make sure you guys stay tuned for that and keep track of all the series that we're going through. But like I said, coming to the end of the first half, we had a couple opportunities, nothing really too great. I've noticed our headers really aren't great. Our striker does really well to get up in the box, but none of our other players really seem like they're all that focused in jumping for a ball. They kind of seem to give up pretty easily. Another opportunity there that we had that we should have scored with that, with our center back coming up and trying to score a header. It ended up not coming off. They were able to clear it a little bit in front of the line, so we had a good amount of corners and a lot of opportunities to score more goals in this game, and I genuinely thought we should have scored more goals in this game. This isn't that great of a team. Obviously in the Pro League, we're going to be one of the strongest teams in the league, and definitely the faster I can get my stats up, the better off we're going to be all the way around. So that's definitely going to be our main focus right now, is just getting our stats up so that we can basically take over these games and just get as many goals and many assists as possible. That way, when the next transfer window comes around, we should have plenty of offers coming through to actually take us away from this team. Like I said, I really don't plan on moving in the winter transfer window. I think I'm going to play an entire season here and then move on next season. So we'll kind of see how things go in this first half of the season. If I feel like I'm really not liking this league, then I will go ahead and move forward. But things are looking pretty good right now, and I kind of want to stay where I'm at just to kind of keep it a little bit realistic and stay where he's been playing for this season and then move on in the next season. So a little bit of training sessions there. We're getting a little bit closer to getting another overall point up to 78 rated. Coming into this game, we're in excellent form. I think we ended up getting like a 9.0 rating in that last game by the end of it. So things are going really well coming up against this team. It's a pretty decent team. They have good players. They have a strong defense, which is pretty hefty and difficult for us to break down. Really wasn't too sure how I wanted to go about things. Here in the 25th minute, we actually managed to get a little bit of a shirt tug, and we end up winning a free kick. I don't know what happened when I took that free kick, but there was no curve on it at all, and it never came back down. It was literally constantly rising. So we actually go into the second half at a 0-0 draw again. This episode was definitely a lot slower than the last one. The last one, it felt like no matter what I did, I was going to do great things with Tielemans, but this episode felt a little weird. Maybe because it's kind of been a while since I've played a player career mode, which sounds weird because I do the Lee Sung-woo one, but I played a lot in a certain amount of time to kind of just get a lot of gameplay together. So it's been about a week, which doesn't sound like a long time, but whenever you're playing as a full team, to go back to a player career mode is a little odd. So I think I just need to sit down and kind of get back into the swing of things and just kind of record a pretty big session to kind of make sure that we're playing at our top level for this player career mode, because we definitely want to be ranking our player up as fast as possible. So here in the 78th minute, it was kind of whenever I was like, okay, I don't really want to keep playing on the field if I'm going to have no stamina, as you guys see in the bottom left, and then still end up drawing this game. You know, if we're going to win the game, I'm totally fine with staying in the game to just kind of help my team out however they need me. But in situations like this, it just really didn't feel necessary. So I did want to go ahead and pull myself out of this game, but we weren't able to get the ball out of bounds. So I was like, okay, we'll try this one more opportunity, just try to work our way through the box. And I actually thought we were going to score right there, and I would have been elated if we were actually able to score right before I came off. But there in the 83rd minute, I actually do come off. I think we end up winning that game, but that is going to be the end of the episode. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.